The Red Deer Rebels playing their second home game in as many nights here at the NMAX Centrium Saturday, taking on the Lethbridge Hurricanes, who have gone through all sorts of situations this season. They can. Their GM and their head coach back in December, former Red Deer Rebels head coach Peter Anholt, now at the helm of this Hurricanes franchise, and this team has played much better hockey under his leadership. Meantime, the Rebels, coming off that 5-3 win the night before over the Prince Albert Raiders, looking to draw closer to actually clinching a playoff spot in the WHL's Eastern Conference. It was another hard-fought tilt between these Central Division rivals. Let's see how it turned out.
Adam Musil trying to come out of the left corner. Allen's on him, so he goes back towards the boards. Now in behind the net, takes it to the right. Musil comes out, shoots it, saved by Sittler. A bouncing puck, scores! Reese Johnson knocks it in, and he gets his first WHL goal. Rebels up 1-0. Long right on him, the puck comes loose, goes all the way across. And Winther on the right board's able to leave it to Estevan. Now to Winther. He'll step out. The shot. Save. No, it goes in. Winther scores. It looked like Toth had it. And it went up and in behind him and bounced in. And the Hurricanes have tied the game at 1. Fazer has it on the left wing. Pass to the right point. Connor Gay. His shot. Tipped. Scores! Tipped in the shot from Connor Gay, and the Rebels are up 2-1. To his own end, it goes off his stick. Winther gets it, and now it is chopped away by Fazer, but it goes right over to Wong. He'll come out. Wong in front of the net. He scores. Tyler Wong pulls that thing off the left wing boards, goes all the way to the front of the net, outweights Toth, and puts it in, and the game's tied at 2. Puck goes right to Wyatt Johnson, brings it into the Hurricane end. He'll get through the middle. Johnson shot, he rolled it wide. Penalty coming up, penalty shot for Wyatt Johnson. Here we go, Wyatt Johnson on the penalty shot. Brings it to the left. Johnson, shot saved by Sittler. And the game continues. So Gay pulls it to the right, now back to the middle. A lot of quick hands here. Backhand scores! Gay puts it upstairs on the backhand. So Watson, who's got great speed, he'll come in, forehand, scores! 5-hole. Went 5-hole on Toth. As he went for the deke, pulled it to the forehand, just opened it up enough. Now Pankowitz. Coming in, shoots, scores, it's over. Lethbridge wins it 3-2 in a shootout as Pankowitz gets it under the pad of Ryland Toth. And the Hurricanes will win by a score of 3-2 in the shootout here tonight.
So a tough final result for the Red Deer Rebels as the Hurricanes win 3-2 in a shootout. Red Deer native Jaden Sittler, the starting goalie for the Lethbridge Hurricanes. He is now 3-0 playing here in his hometown, playing in the NMAX Centrium. After the game, Rebels GM and head coach Brent Sutter, well, you can hear it here, not at all pleased with the way his team has played tonight or the last few games for that matter.
I didn't think we were very good at all in the first period. I mean, we ended up having to sit half our team in the first period because they weren't, they were chasing the game and they weren't involved, and then played better in the second and third, and we had our chances in overtime to capitalize. And and again, you get into a shootout, you never know what's going to happen in a shootout. But it's, we don't have success in shootouts. A lot of it has to do with the fact that most games, if you go back and see the games we're in shootouts, we didn't play a full game. And hockey gods don't give you that extra point when it's like that majority of times. It's just like I was telling the kids, just like when you take bad penalties, you continue to take bad penalties, you're going to get scored against eventually.
It looked like Reese had that kind of drive. You moved him up with Wyatt and Preston there.
Well, it's just an example. He's been one of our better forwards here the last 2 games. And he's a 16-year-old. That's what's scary about it, and scary in a sense that don't you see it? Like, you're sitting there, don't you see it? Don't you want to? You should almost be embarrassed of the fact that your 16-year-old comes in from AAA midgets and is one of your best players, and he's not going to come out of the lineup. That's just the way it is. There'll be other guys that are going to start coming out that aren't doing what's asked of them to do and how they have to play. Like, we need to have a full commitment. We need to have everyone dialed in, and we don't do that. We struggle with it, you know. And tonight was an example. You can't, you know, you can't think you can come in and play 35 or 40 minutes to expect to win a game. And we have this mindset that we're not consistent in getting that 60 minutes that we need. And, you know, I can live with mistakes. I have no problem with mistakes, but they got to be honest ones. And tonight in the first period, we had an abundance of dishonest mistakes, and we can't play that way. And again, it's at some point in time, your leadership group inside the dressing room have to take that in. And there's a couple or three guys that are trying, but, you know, you got to have everyone doing it, you know, and it can't always be coming from the coaching staff, because that doesn't work. It's got to come from within the group.
I'll leave it to Brent. Not much else needs to be said after this game. The 3-2 shootout victory for the Lethbridge Hurricanes, disappointing on a number of levels. One great area that was not disappointing tonight, Red Deer Rebels fans supporting breast cancer research. Over $23,000 raised through the silent auction of those black and pink Rebels Special Edition jerseys. Never disappointing. Not even a surprise that Central Albertan Red Deer Rebels fans would step up in such a huge way. Now the Rebels go on a 3-game road trip before they come back here next Saturday night to take on Regina. Tuesday they're at Medicine Hat. Then they've got to go to Swift Current before bouncing back to take on Kootenay in Cranbrook. And then again, next Saturday, March 7, the Rebels back in action here at the NMAX Centrium versus the Regina Pats.